Hey guys, today we're doing a review of the Elecom MNL 21-liter backpack. Here at Nomads Nation, we have been reviewing the world's best EDC and travel gear for the past 7 years. And in this video, I'm gonna tear this bag apart. We're gonna fully pack it out, double check its advertised capacity. I'm gonna give you my brutally honest pros and cons and overall scores. And you're definitely gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video because we've reviewed basically every bag on the market. And in case the MNL is not working out for you, you're not quite sold on it, I will give you 2 alternative backpack recommendations that you might like better. Because here at Nomads Nation, our goal is just to help you find the best bag for your needs. Let's talk about the overview of the Elecom MNL backpack. If you don't know, Elecom is a Japanese electronics and accessories brand. They've been around since like the 80s. And then a few years ago, they launched this bag, but just in the Asian market. And then as of recently, only a few months ago, they've started to bring it over into the US market as well. And by every definition, this is a very end game baggy kind of bag, which means it's just got a feature set and build quality that means it could be the last bag that you'll ever need. Let me give you a gist of the bag and run you through its top features. We've got a very sleek and business professional aesthetic. 1, 2, quick access zippered pockets that actually lead to their own compartments. 1 external water bottle pocket here. 1 quick access pocket opposite the other side. Clamshell style opening into the main compartment with a bit of organization. We've got a 3/4 zipper opening into a very decked out tech compartment. Handles on the back, luggage pass through, chunky shoulder straps. This is a bag that's definitely loaded with fucking features. The MNL is advertised at 21 liters capacity. Let's double check that. As you can see, we fully packed out the main compartment with our factory grade measurement balls. And obviously there's a lot of other compartments in this bag, all of which have a little bit of their own volume, but we're not gonna be testing those as well, because you just get like a little 1/2 liter here, a 1/4 liter there. The main compartment will tell the majority of the story. Quick dimensions check. Got a height of 16 inches, width of 11 inches, and a fully packed out base depth of 9 inches. Real quick, this is our personal item checker for US flights at 18 inches by 14 inches by 8 inches. You can see this is a bag that it's gonna be a little tight. Height and width, you're gonna be okay. It's that 9 inches depth that's gonna be a little challenging, but you can, as you can see, I don't wanna break this. I've already broken enough of Alfred's creations, but if you underpack, the depth will then be more flush, and then you can get that in the sizer, no problem. But if you overpack, it's not gonna be a perfect fit. So as you can see right here in the main compartment, we have around 17 liters of volume, which means if you add in the water bottle pocket and 2 front pockets, side pocket, laptop compartment, they're all flush, remember, but I definitely think it's enough to get you in 21 liters of overall capacity. This bag in X-Pac is advertised at 2.7 pounds in its weight. And on our scale, we came in at 2.5 pounds. The bag currently only comes in 1 color option, but you do get 3 different fabric options depending on where you're buying it from. There's a 300D nylon version, a 1680D nylon version, and then this guy right here, which is X-Pac. The bag keeps its shape pretty well. It's got a lot of padding, especially in the front. So this is what it looks like when it is empty. And here you can see it fully packed out and worn by the Nomads Nation team. I'm 5'8", and Jason Bagmoa is 6'2". Now for the US market, this bag runs around 200 USD. In the non-US market, it can vary. Like we got different prices in Singapore versus Japan. And there'll be different prices based on what fabric you get. But like I said, for us, X-Pac version, we're moving forward with the value point at 200 USD. So in the situation that you're looking to pick this bag up, we wanna make sure that you get the best price. And the way that you can do that is by making your purchase with the first link in the description below. But here at Nomads Nation, we oftentimes negotiate discount codes with the brands that we review. So if you want the best price and access to those codes, if we have them, you can do so with the first link in the description. Let us now discuss the materials of the Elecom MNL backpack. Because let me tell you, for 200 bucks, this bag's got some killer materials. Now remember, we are reviewing the X-Pac version. And X-Pac is a fabric made by Dimension Polyant, and it's a fabric that was designed for sailboats. Yeah, that's right. You see this fabric, it was engineered to navigate the 7 seas. And because of that, X-Pac is gonna be very abrasion resistant and extremely weather resistant, if not phenomenal material for backpacks. Only problem is that for some people, the crunch, they don't like that. Doesn't bother me, but I know a lot of people that just like kills them. And another potential negative about X-Pac is you see the diamond grid, all those lines, that grid can become more pronounced and sort of sinewy over time, especially with this version of X-Pac, which is VX21. Now, if you want to learn more about X-Pac, we did a deep dive into the history of X-Pac and the actual scientific combination that creates the fabric, and I'm going to go ahead and link that video above. So X-Pac slaps. You know what else slaps is YKK zippers, which this bag obviously uses. Actually, all bags in general should use YKK. That's something I'd vote for. Who do I vote for that? How do I make that happen? Also noted the zippers on this bag are not PU coated, so you're not gonna have any stiffness with the zippers. They're gonna be a lot smoother and they're not gonna peel over time. For hardware, we've got Woojin on the buckles here, Woojin on the sternum strap. This is great. Woojin, also one of the best hardware manufacturers in the world. Lining on the back panel feels pretty silky smooth, not the highest quality. Same thing on the shoulder straps. It gets the job done. I wouldn't say it's quite exquisite. And that also extends to the internal lining. This is okay. This Darlington mesh is very high quality, like top tier, elite. Love this. Can't say the same for the internal lining here. This feels a little bit more bottom of the barrel, especially when it comes to this microfiber lining in here. And the same exact thing in the tech compartment. Darlington pockets are incredible, but the microfiber, yeah, it's all right. Same thing with the lining, it's aight. But even though some of the fabrics are aight, I'm gonna give this bag a 4 out of 5 on the materials score. Reason being, having authentic VX21 X-Pac from Dimension Polyant, plus the YKK zips, plus the Woojin hardware, all at a 200 USD price point, like that's pretty damn good value. And you're getting some really high quality materials for not a terribly high price. I really wish that the lining would have been better. I can deal with the microfiber, the lining, it's not my favorite, but still, all things considered, 4 out of 5 on the material scale. But please keep in mind when it comes to that score and all the scores in this review, they are completely personal, just based on my experience using the bag. Let us now pack out the MNL Elecom backpack. All right, you can see I got a bunch of smaller bits of gear here. We're gonna pack all the smaller pockets out with the smaller gear and then end with the main compartment. But let me talk about something I don't like about this bag, and that's thinking. Because I don't like thinking. I do enough thinking in my day-to-day. I don't need my backpack to make me think as well. And this bag will require me to think because of this front pocket configuration where we have 2 zippered quick access pockets, but they lead to different compartments. And when I was testing this bag, that's what I kind of realized was like, I had to really think about right shoulder, left shoulder configuration. Remember, okay, glasses, yeah. I know, it's the other one. Versus, let's say a different bag, like I'm gonna plug my own backpack, the Firo Sita backpack, where I did it in a way where you wear it on the right shoulder and you got 2 pockets on this side. So you know that everything that you're quick accessing when you're wearing the bag is always gonna be a right shoulder swing. So you never have to like worry about that. Or alternatively, think about what like the Rework Toshi pack did, where they too have the dual zip system, but they lead to the same compartment. That pocket is always accessible. You just don't have to think about it. And it's a little thing that will not annoy everyone, but it will get to some people like myself, just the way my brain is wired. But having said that, this pocket is really interesting because it's very well padded. There's almost like a plastic sheet in here. I mean, you see that? And this is gonna really make the bag sleek looking because it's gonna stay very like this, like very flush, very smooth. It's not gonna indent too much, while still keeping the bag pretty lightweight at 2.5 pounds for 21 liters, not too bad. And then that sheet in here also helps this pocket to sort of maintain its own volume. And just to illustrate that real fast, my 24-ounce Columbia water bottle, it can fit in this pocket and zip closed. Now, pockets are gonna fight with each other for space, so if the main compartment is fully packed out, you're not gonna wanna put a water bottle in here. But if the main compartment is not packed out, you do have a lot more versatility in terms of what it can fit. These pockets, minus the left-right brain, like mine not working configuration, it just kills me for some reason. That aside, these pockets are amazing. On one side, you have a removable key leash, nothing on the other side. Good slot for me for my notebook. You can see this notebook just barely fits. Then on the flip side, you're not gonna fit bigger things, like I can't get my over-the-ear Sony headphones in here, but my hard shell sunglasses fit in there very nicely. And let's say you're a crazy person like me and you bring 2 pairs of sunglasses everywhere you go. That's what this top pocket is for, which is lined with this microfiber. But again, this microfiber, it's not my favorite. It's fine, it gets the job done. It just feels like cheap to the touch, especially in comparison to some other bags that are in this class. But look at how deep this pocket is. This is not like some little pocket where your shades sit right here. I mean, they go deep, which means this pocket is quite versatile as well, as you can fit maybe a protein bar in there. Huge fan of a side pocket like this. You can see we have a little lash point at the top, so you can clip your key leash onto here. So great spot for your keys or anything you want quick access to. I'm gonna throw my tissues and my wallet in there. There's not a ton of volume in this pocket. You can see it's quite flush, but that's fine. For thinner bits of gear, it's perfect. Just again, don't expect to fit like bulky things. Headphones don't go in there. Your AirPods definitely could, but I haven't worn AirPods in years. I went to Team over-the-ear headphones like 4 years ago, and I have never worn my AirPods since. You just can't beat the sound of these. Now into the main compartment, the clamshell opening is a little bit weird. It kind of pinches in the corner right here, and you can see that it's not a perfect clamshell because of the way this base is designed, but it does open. You just got this sort of panel kind of sticking out. Minor thing, but just something to be aware of. Inside the main compartment, you got a sleeve here, another sleeve here with some microfiber. These are the two top pockets, and then a bunch of organization here. I love this dual-sided Darlington mesh pocket. It's a good spot for your mask and another notebook. Top pocket for smaller bits of gear. Multi-tool can go in there. Great spot for your portable charger as well. 13.5-inch tablet will fit in here very nicely, but access could be a bit of a bitch. You got this whole panel right here. And then you've also got the scrotum pocket. I'm not making fun. My Fire Cita backpack that I made has the same configuration. You got the scrotum here. It just is a part of it, and you learn to love it. But when you're trying to grab your tablet, that is gonna get in the way, and you can just see here in this camera, just, you know, it's a little annoying to grab that from that pocket. I'm gonna throw a couple of tech pouches into the main compartment, over-the-ear headphones. That should do it for the main compartment. Now let's talk the laptop compartment, because I like it. Now the laptop compartment is the only compartment that's protected with a PU-coated YKK zipper. That's this polyurethane coating right here, which is kind of glossy yet matty, and it's gonna keep the rain out, but it could possibly end up looking like this after a couple of years of exposure to sunlight and humidity. Never a guarantee, but it definitely can happen. And notice the opening here, where it starts on this side, double zippers, and then it goes all the way down to the other side. So it's almost like a 3/4 opening. Pinches here, fully opens there. And I think this is actually great because you don't need the full opening on both sides. This just gives you the oversight that you need. It cuts down on zipper tracks a little bit, but for some it might be a little tight to get in there. We're gonna see if my 17-inch Asus VivoBook can fit in here, and it crazily can. So you see right there, that's our 17-inch. Can it close? Oh yeah. So this can fit a monster laptop. Let's also test out a 13-inch MacBook Pro. It gets a little bit more swallowed, and you gotta make sure that you zip this up or you do risk the laptop potentially falling out. And the microfiber is gonna help give the laptop compartment a little extra scratch resistance. And then for the false bottom, it's not too bad. Yeah, you got some padding there. I wouldn't say it's the best false bottom I've ever tested, but definitely gonna keep your laptop safe. Now, this is kind of difficult to show you, but you can see here we've got two Darlington mesh pockets, one on either side, and I don't love these pockets. Now, what MNL has tried to do is create this padding here. So if you put something hard and bulky in here, it's not gonna hurt your laptop, but I just find these pockets don't work very well when the bag is fully packed out, so I will not be using those. But this top pocket is incredible. I gotta bend this back panel to really show you. But you can see it actually has its own volume carved out. And this thing is monstrous. No internal organization either, just the way that I like it. And you can see this is good for the big bulky tech stuff. Phone charger, travel adapters. This fits so freaking nicely in there, like this beautiful shelf with a couple of small slits here for internal organization. And look at that. That is one of my favorite tech shelves I've ever seen. Very nice execution there. We've got a single water bottle pocket on the side with a bit of expansion. 24-ounce Columbia is gonna be tight, but nice fit. Definitely gets the job done. Can clip your water bottle onto this side handle right here if you want a little bit extra security. For me though, that's the spot that I'm always gonna put my umbrella. Last test for the Packout section, guys, is the self-standing test. And this bag is a little bit of a weird one. I couldn't decide if I felt confident about its self-standing or not. I can definitely say it's not one of the best self-standers, but it can sort of get the job done. Yeah, so you kind of like lean it and do one of these a little bit. You can shift the weight on the back. Yeah, overall, actually a pretty solid self-standing bag. Next up, let's talk about the comfort of the Elecom MNL backpack. And I like the comfort of this bag. I wasn't, though, blown away by it. Again, keep in mind, though, it's gonna be very personal. Comfort comes down to the harness system and the actual back panel. The back panel is a little bit more on the robust side. It's a little stiff. We've got like a sheet right here, which helps to give it structure. And we got some airflow, which can go either way. So I'm actually cool with the back panel, but the shoulder straps aren't my absolute favorites. I like their width. Let's see that we're at about, let's call it 2.5 inches. But they're just not deep enough for me. They're not like chunky enough for me. They're coming in at just under 1 cm. It doesn't feel like it though. I think maybe what I'm not crazy about is the actual internal padding. I think that it's good. I just feel like, I don't know. It could be a little bit beefier. And I don't think I like this, the actual lining being used in the shoulder straps. This feels like it's trying to be premium, but again, they picked maybe a bottom of the barrel fabric. It's not that it's bad. It's not really, that's not fair. It's not bottom of the barrel, but it doesn't feel like it fits with the price point. I've felt a lot of different shoulder strap linings. Most bags will do something like Air, which is going to be more of like a ventilated mesh, which is gonna have a coarseness to it, which just feels high quality and breathes very well as well. Brands that do this, they don't go the mesh route, they go more like a silky Lycra route. Usually it's just a little bit higher quality. So overall it's nice, it just doesn't feel quite aligned with the price point in the bag. And another thing that I don't love is the strap management system. Now this side is fine, this side me no like. And I've seen this a lot on bags where they get kind of cute. And I've seen this a lot in bags where they try and like reinvent the wheel. Yeah, so that part's easy, but then the bottom part with this buckle system, it's quite difficult to adjust when you're actually wearing the bag. So you gotta kind of take the bag off, and even then, like, I don't love this. Now, the good thing is, for a lot of people, you're gonna set it and forget it. And you'll find the perfect shoulder strap location, and then you will keep your bag in that location. But for me, and people who are like me, who might be a little bit more, let's say like ADHD and fidgety, like sometimes I just like to like fuck with the straps a little bit and also like readjust, right? Like tighten it a little bit and then loosen it and find where I kind of want the bag to vibe for the day or the next 15 minutes of my walk. This bag is not gonna allow you to do that with this overall strap management system. Good thing though, we do have a sternum strap on a really cool Woojin rail system that I have never seen before. We might be featuring this on a Firo backpack soon. I'm not gonna lie, like I saw this and I was like, I'll have one of those please. This is very, very cool. Never quite seen this before. Basically, it just allows you to pop it into different holes so it stays very secure while also giving you very easy adjustment. Woojin, y'all are just the freaking best. So all that combined, overall for comfort, I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5. It's a comfy bag. 2.5 would be the average, so we're well above average, but it's not quite like exceptional level of comfort, at least for me and what I value in a comfortable bag. Next up, let's talk about the functionality of the MNL backpack. And this is where this bag is going to shine. I'll be honest, for me, I think the look is a little too, I don't know how to say it. It's got like a meanness to it, but a sharpness mixed with a roundness that doesn't work for my eyes as well. But when I was testing this bag and using it, it's kind of like a functional masterpiece. It's so good. For me, it's a negative score having the 2 pockets, but if you're cool with the 2 pockets, they got so much volume and the accessibility is amazing because it gives you 2 points of access when you're actually wearing the bag. Just swing it around and grab what you need. I use the quick access pocket right here all the time. Top tech shelf here was a joy to use. Same thing with the entire laptop compartment. The luggage pass-through isn't my favorite as it's quite tight when the bag is fully packed out. In fact, it's too tight. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's fine. It's just really hard to get on. And then when it's this tight, it's really pulling on the back panel and kind of like pulling it in. Now, it's not gonna like pop it out anytime soon. We got plenty of high quality bar tack stitching and reinforced fabrics behind that. So it's safe, it's warping the bag a little bit and it just doesn't feel great. It's difficult to get on and off the suitcase. And then for the handles, I'm cool with it, but they're gonna annoy some people. The top handle is actually on the back panel, which means the bag's gonna have a little bit of a lean to it when you pick it up. For me though, that's totally fine. And then for the side handles, they're actually also on the back panel, which I think is a great use of space. You can see, you know, there wasn't gonna be a great side handle that fit here, so MNL put it on the back. We've seen the Rework Outbound actually utilize this, maybe a little bit of inspiration from them there. But overall, I am very cool with everything that's happening with the handles and the overall functionality, which is why I'm gonna give this bag a 4.5 out of 5 on the functionality score. Now, real fast, before we jump into the next section and give you my crucial overall scores, I wanna say that if you're enjoying this review, you might be a bit of a gearhead, or at the very least, you love everyday carry and travel, and maybe even bags. And if that's the case, you're gonna be very happy to find out that here at Nomads Nation, we don't just do gear reviews here on YouTube, but we also have the Nomads Nation newsletter. And in that newsletter, you can look at me like you're a reporter in the field, on the front lines for what's happening in this incredible industry. I'm talking about about the newest drops, limited edition releases, industry trends, and everything in between. So if you want to keep your finger on the pulse of what's happening in this incredible industry, be sure to look for this globe emoji in the description below. Hope to see you in your inbox. Next up, overall scores. Value. I'm gonna give this bag a 4.5 out of 5. Don't get me wrong, I do not like the lining. I hate to use the word trash, but like at the price point, it just feels like, it's such a letdown. But that aside, for $200, getting a high quality X-Pac bag with this much functionality, just like embedded into it across the board, it's a very high value proposition. So 4.5 out of 5. Final answer. Which for my scores, quick recap, materials get a 4 out of 5, comfort a 3.5 out of 5, functionality gets a 4.5 out of 5, and value a 4.5 out of 5, for an overall score of 4.12 out of 5, which yeah, if I had a gun in my head and someone said, Aaron, what's your score for this bag? I'd say 4.25 to 4.5, somewhere in that range. It is an amazing bag. And it's giving me a little bit of Japanese fever. Like, this is my first time ever seeing this bag over the past like week, 2 weeks as I've been testing it. And I'm like, what else is out there? And also I wanna say, like, it's interesting, there's a lot of features on this bag that I've implemented on my bag, the Fire Sitta, like almost like eerily so. So maybe I was Japanese in a past life. I don't know what the takeaway is there, but I'm very aligned with the design choices of a bag like this. It's just really impressive. And just a reminder, if you are as smitten by this backpack as I am and you're considering making a purchase, we do recommend doing so with the first link in the description, because that link down there, just make sure you get the best price, and if we have any discount codes, that's where you can find them. Real quick, let's summarize the review by giving you my overall pros and cons. Pro number one, just functionality. It's just so functionally fucking fun to use. Pro number two for me is that top tech pocket, that built-in volume and the quick access. Love that thing. And pro number three for me is gonna be just the value proposition. Like, it's hard to find an X-Pac bag that costs $199, let alone a rocking X-Pac bag. So it's pretty great value across the board. But on the flip side, all bags have cons, and here are mine. Con number one for me in my brain, which doesn't always function perfectly, this left-right separate pocketing, just I don't love it. Con number two, internal lining, not great at the price point, IMO. And con number three, same with these shoulder straps. I liked them, I just didn't quite love them. Now at this point, you're probably not quite sure if this is the bag for you, and if that's the case, let's talk about alternatives. First up, if you're looking for a great bag, you gotta check out the Nomads Nation leaderboard rankings video. In that video, myself and the rest of the Nomads Nation team, we get together and we all pick our favorite bags in different bag categories. It's a really cool video because we're all bag nerds and we're constantly testing new bags, and it's the easiest way for you to find the best options on the market by different use cases and personality. And I've gone ahead and linked that above. Also, in case you're not aware, as I mentioned here at Nomads Nation, after reviewing hundreds of the world's best bags, we actually decided to launch our own bag brand. That's called Firo. And Firo exists for one mission. We want to empower modern professionals just to feel fucking awesome, streamlined, focused, prepared. And I kind of took everything that I've learned from reviewing 1,000 bags now at this point into Firo. We've launched our own sling, our own EDC backpack, and our own ultra lightweight travel backpack. I'm so proud of the community we built over at Firo, and I'm telling you, the bags, they're pretty next level. So if you want to learn more about them, you can do so at firo.co or with the second link in the description below. But if we're very close with the MNL, here are two alternatives that might get you a little bit closer. My first alternative recommendation is going to be the Rework Toshi. I see a little bit of the Rework in this bag and a little bit of this bag in the Rework. Toshi actually means city in Japanese. And the Rework is a great option for you if you like that kind of anonymous professional look, but you want a few differences. Number one, you want the dual access into that front pocket as opposed to different compartments. It's got 2 water bottle holders on the outside, and I think it has more comfortable shoulder straps. But on the flip side, the primary materials are not as great for the price point. And my second alternative suggestion is going to be the Sympl Commuter pack. This is a great bag if, again, you're looking for that kind of sleek, low-key, professional aesthetic, but you want a bit more weather resistance, a bit more organization, and just a bit more differentiation. Like, Sympl does a couple of things their own way when it comes to like the really tall umbrella pocket and basically having a tech pouch built into the top admin pocket. Honestly, we're entering like very elite, like cream of the crop territory with these 3 bags. These are 3 of the better everyday carry bags I have ever tested. And if you want to learn more about the 2 alternatives, you can do so by watching these videos right here. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you guys next time.